Mix 1041. We are on mixtv.tv. It's time now for the Logan Thompson Law segment. We do weekly, and our buddy Rob Norrid joins us from Logan Thompson. How are you, Rob?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Steve.
So great to have you. And, you know, we want to talk about remedies this morning when things happen to people, and just talk about that idea for just a second.
Well, when I was in law school, they had a course called Remedies, and the first day I wondered, what's this course about? Why am I taking this? But a remedy is a wrong. It's what damages you have. What can I do about it? We have a lot of people that call the office, and they usually don't talk to me first, even though they can. If they ask for me, the receptionist doesn't ask who calls. They just put it straight through to me. They can talk to me. But typically they have a very sad story of what happened, but they don't really focus on, well, what can I do about it? Or do I really have some damages? Because a lot of things piss people off. And when they're pissed off, that's when they call lawyers. But the first question that we asked, hopefully, when you call is, how have you been damaged? What damages do you have? Are they just today? Are they going to go on for a while? Because the things that seem real bad right now, sometime 2 weeks from now, aren't too bad. And similarly, those things, you can be the greatest lawyer in the world, but if you're seeking $4,000 and I've got to charge you, there's a cost factor to that. So how have I been damaged? What can I really get what I want? What do I want? Because, and that's the first question I usually ask them, why are you here? Yeah. And what do you want? Because the law doesn't necessarily fashion remedies like Solomon. You come into a courtroom, they're going to say, well, I'm going to split the baby in half.
That ain't going to happen.
Well, a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah. They want an apology. Well, I can't get you an apology. I might be able to get you some money, but I can't get you an apology. And just as a side note, a lot of the cases can be cured if you apologize. And so, in any event, how have I been damaged? And is that damage going to go on something that's going to be meaningful to me sometime after 2 weeks from now, sometime thereafter, and why? And that analysis is what we do, and whether I take the case or whether I meet with you or not. Because if you say, well, I was really treated bad at the doctor's office and I felt bad for a week or so, but I'm okay now, nothing for me to do for you. Nothing for me to do for you. And even though it's not meaning that something bad didn't happen. And so, but what I would like to transition a little bit about, we've tried to develop a little bit in our firm a mentoring situation. As you can see from looking at me, I'm old. I'm 63 years old. I practiced law 37 years. Wow. It's the only thing I've done. Wow. And so I don't think you want me building a bridge now, or I don't think there's other things that I sometime might have been qualified to do at one point, but I'm not now. But we have young lawyers, and so how the profession gets better is you learn from your mistakes. I was with a large firm in Chattanooga, large firm being 30 lawyers. And when I started, I was assigned to the old guys. And look, they beat me up every day. And the funny thing was, every time they beat me up, they were right. I didn't like that. And I thought I was being treated unfairly. But in retrospect, they were right. And so we're trying to teach the folks that we have, young people, the biggest recklessness that we have in our profession is young people that start off being lawyers, they're practicing by themselves because they don't know what they don't know. And so they're either very meek and incompetent, or they're aggressive and incompetent because they got to be aggressive in order to get people in. And we have a real problem with that. It doesn't give me a whole lot of satisfaction now at age 63 to go up against a 28-year-old lawyer that I know doesn't know what they're doing. It doesn't. It used to, but it doesn't. I know that they don't, and I know what they don't know, and so those things are things that we're trying to help our young folks at our office, because there's got to be a transition of this, and so there's a distancy more in our profession now.
We're joined by Rob Norrid, Logan Thompson Law Firm, and I think that's the message here. It's a growing firm, number one. Number two is, yes, you do have younger attorneys, and what you and Jimmy and Robert and so many of you, the veterans of the firm, are intentionally mentoring and passing down the knowledge, which I think in really any industry is so important for younger people.
It's more important in our industry than it is if you're a dentist. If you start your own shingle and you're becoming a new dentist, at least if you can fill a cavity the same way you did in dental school, you've passed the standard.
Sure.
I mean, you've made the standard. You don't have to relearn that.
No.
There's so many things that you have to relearn in law school because as a lawyer, you come out of law school, you're least qualified to do your job than any other profession.
Wow.
And so the problem is your clients lose when you don't know. And so at least when I was an younger lawyer and I talked to these old guys, a lot of those errors that I was going to make were rectified before I made them. Thankfully to me, thankfully to the client. But look, it's still about the human beings that you're representing. And so the way you can best serve them, we're in the service industry. A lot of people look at we're in a profession, maybe we are, but we're still serving human beings and we're trying to do that as best we can.
The Logan Thompson Law Firm, when it matters, LoganThompsonLaw.com. My buddy Rob Norrid. Rob, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Great.